Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the headlines, yesterday, Monday, April 28th, 2025, historic Clayborn Temple burns down while undergoing $25 million restoration. And this fire happened early in the morning. They said the blaze began at 1:39 a.m. It also began the day the Tyreek Nichols trial began. And I am hesitant to say anything about Tyreek Nichols because you might recall I suffered a lot of strikes for covering the Tyreek Nichols ritual. But here's the big piece. This Clayborn church became what people would refer to as a black church. Again, I don't really like to do the black and white thing, but just to be understood. It went under the African Methodist Episcopal ownership in 1949. Prior to that, it was a white church. So 1949 to 2025 is 76 years. And again, if you're new here, pay attention to this pattern because it happens a lot. Again, it's not an accident that your federal government recognized Black History Month in the year 76. Just like it's not an accident that your first black president, Barack Obama, announced he was running for office on the anniversary of Black History Month being recognized by the feds, which was February 10th, 76. Obama announced he was running February 10th, 2007. We'll get to why 31 years to the day matters, but again, Barack Obama equals 76, just like slave, like Negro, like blues, like Rasta. And remember, with regards to the Bible, where this whole code of letters and numbers comes from, it's Acts 7:6. The verse about 400 years of slavery. And Acts is the 44th book of the Bible. Like Obama was number 44. Also like MLK was killed on 4/4 days after rallying with sanitation workers at this same Clayborn Temple. A lot of the headlines are about how Martin Luther King Jr. was at this temple right before his death in April of 68. But yes, 76 years of black ownership only to burn to the ground while under a $25 million renovation, which means this church sucked up a lot of money from the community, a community that doesn't have a lot of money itself. And in light of the detail about the $25 million restoration, remember, fire has been a theme in 2025. The word fire itself has a gematria value of 25. And one of the historic moments that this church is remembered for is around the same time as the MLK rally, where the I Am a Man posters came out of. I am a man, 25. Fire, 25. It burns up in 2025, again, during a $25 million restoration. And something tells me that somebody's going to get a nice insurance check. Remember, the reason most churches are really here is to suck up the money from the community. And for all you guys who think Christianity is the answer to anything, remember it's the justification for genocide, war, slavery. Jesus said he came to divide families, to bring the sword. Again, get out of the cult that is mass culture. Religion's a big part of it. Government's a big part of it. Media's a big part of it. These are the things constantly lying to you, manipulating you, and stealing your wealth and time. And yes, you can be a very good person without religion. All you have to do is follow the golden rule, which is taught in every spirituality. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. The rest of the dogma is garbage. But anyway, 76 years later, and again, just the same day the Tyreek Nichols trial began. You can actually read my post at GematriaEffectNews because there are a few other interesting details here, like the fire beginning at 1:39 a.m. Of course, Freemasonry equals 1:39, as does America. It's a reminder that MLK's last speech before his death was at the Masonic Temple. They had the Tyreek Nichols funeral there. These things are not unrelated. And again, you learn the numbers, you see the redundant rituals. Don't forget what they did to OJ. OJ dead as the masters were teeing off at age 76. Master equals 76. That same year, to start Black History Month, they shamed the Hootie and the Blowfish singer in a big 76 ritual. And then Paulo Creed died at 76. And there's been 1,000 more before and since, but those are some recent ones that are probably still in people's minds. But yeah, again, this is no accident. And by the way, for one more familiar pattern, Bishop Jim Clayborn, which the temple was named after, that title, Bishop Jim Clayborn, equals 97. 97 is the 25th prime number. It's kind of like how L.A. caught on fire on the mayor's 97th day of her age while she was in Africa, reportedly. But yeah, again, for anyone emotionally impacted by this story, just, again, wake up to the ritualism and free yourself of the emotions, because that's what this cabal wants. They want to mess with your psychology. They want you to believe in all their crap, from their religion to their news, to their history, to their politricks. You learn this code, you'll see through all the deception every day and all the ritualism. All right, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker, and until next time.